Wendy Stevens is a single parent. She's got 2 beautiful children, owns an NCAA Division I championship ring for lacrosse. She was a 3-time All-American. She was a coach at Vanderbilt University of the NCAA Division I. This is a woman who knows about all of the technology and all of the technique, but she really, really understands the intangible, the power of making the decision, of overcoming your fear and moving forward. She's absolutely remarkable, and she's with us here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wendy Stevens.
So how many of you are in for making more money in a lot less time? How many of you are? Okay. According to a recent Harvard study, 4% of professional salespeople account for over 94% of all the goods and services sold. So, how do you join that 4%? I'm getting right down the meat and potatoes skill sets, what it's going to take to make 6, multiple 6, 7 figures. Who's in? All right.
I have seen Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Howard Britton, the top people in the industry, and this was a new slant. Wendy Stevens is it.
My name is Roger Kerwin. I have been a CEO and chairman of a public company, and I've seen a lot of speakers. I've heard a lot of wonderful people. I've just heard Wendy Stevens, motivational, inspirational, and extremely knowledgeable. Great grasp of her subject matter. I enjoyed listening to her tremendously. Wonderful personality, easy to listen to. I just would look forward to hearing her again anytime. Absolutely wonderful.
As a published author and speaker and the #1 salesperson in my company as a multiple 7-figure earner, I know what it takes to be a peak performer. In fact, I've been the #1 salesperson in my industry. I've spoken to tens of thousands of people. I've personally coached hundreds of people to a 6 and multiple 6-figure income. So I know what it takes not just to achieve it, but also to teach, train, coach, and mentor people to those same results. Well, you know, when I was coaching, I actually had the privilege of getting to coach the lacrosse team at Vanderbilt University. And it was a brand new program. They'd never played before. So I recruited, got a great group of girls, 12 high school Americans. 12, okay? A bevy of racehorses. They come in, and what happens? 4 of the 12 start by the end of preseason. Why do you think 4 of the 12 were able to start? What was that? Come on. Oh, someone said mindset. Tiger Woods, #1 golfer in the world, will tell you the skill set of number 100 on the PGA Tour can execute everything that he executes. Do you know that? Physically, execute every single shot. What's the difference? Mindset, right?
Hi, I'm Debbie Rustin from Canada, and I just had the opportunity to hear Wendy Stevens speak, and she is absolutely one of the most incredible speakers and trainers that I have come across in my 25 years in business. Wendy has a coaching background. She utilizes that to deliver her message in a very, very powerful way. Definitely one of the top speakers I have seen.
She had great stories, kept it lively, kept it entertaining. It was extremely fun to listen. Wendy Stevens doesn't only teach, she coaches and inspires, and that was truly amazing to see.
I've been an All-American, an MVP, and an NCAA champion. In fact, I architected and built a championship Division I program with top 20 results in less than 2 years. So I've studied peak performance and how to stay there. I know what it takes as a champion to be able to walk on and win. So if your sales force is in that 96% and you're looking to jump to the 4%, then you're looking for somebody who has the proven ability to deliver those results. So if you guys are ready for it, look, I want an action plan for Monday when I get home, okay, to really kick this off. How many of you would really like to have that?
Here's a speaker who is not just preaching, she's actually been through this. So she's had first-time experience. That really resonated with me. She's a great speaker. I've seen some great speakers around the world, guys such as Les Brown, who's just monster. But Wendy really, really reached me with her personal story, and it was a story for everybody. She gave me the tools and the motivation to go out and succeed.
Now, of course, we've just come through a recession, the most difficult economic time since the Great Depression in the 1920s. So this economy is actually the most amazing time, incredibly profitable time to grab market share. So I teach individuals, sales forces, and companies how to do just that. I speak for individuals, groups, entire sales forces, and companies to teach, train, coach, and mentor them to get big outside-the-box results.
You guys have a good morning.
And I do that by fully customizing, making it very specific to target groups in order to achieve those breakthrough results.
Is it really critical that we have our intention and our goal? Absolutely. So write down right now on a piece of paper just what's your number one goal for 2009. I don't want to know how much money you want to make. I want to know what it does for you. So now what we do is we take your intention, your goal for 2009, you take your confidence from these other areas, you lasso around it, that confidence, and you drag that confidence with your intention, the belief of knowing that you can do this, right? And then you put the very simple skills together and you can drag that confidence to your business here and get the results and achieve that goal in 2009. Got it?
I just heard the most amazing speaker I've ever heard, Wendy Stevens. Now, I've listened to Tony Robbins, and I've listened to Andy Andrews and Bob Proctor and a lot of other people during my years in sales training and doing sales. And even as a business consultant, I've listened to a lot of people because personal development is very important to me. And Wendy gave me more detailed capability, more nuts and bolts training that I've ever had before.
Wendy Stevens' presentation was the most valuable time I have had in sales training. I mean, she gives you the practical tools. She has the emotion and drive about what she's saying that just energizes you and really inspires you.
According to Salesforce.com, over 90% of salespeople do not even view themselves as peak performers or being able to reach their peak potential. So if salespeople don't see themselves that way, how can they possibly reach their best? Well, in fact, they don't. So what I do is teach individuals and companies how to identify those core fractured beliefs in order to be able to replace them in their product, their system, their processes, or themselves, in order to be able to use uncensored sales strategies to increase their results.
I've had the opportunity in my life to be able to have the privilege to spend time and to listen to some amazing speakers, some amazing world leaders. And Wendy has a unique ability to really talk to the individual in the room and talk to them about how they can actually walk on in their own lives and walk on in their own businesses. And well, I'm just blown away by the caliber of her speaking.
Not only did Wendy give us motivation, but she gave us practical skills as well. And because of that, I know my sales will double. And I am so excited and I'm so thankful because of that, and it's a great experience.
Having learned the principles of how to walk on, whether it was walking into a national championship program that I had no business showing up for, whether it was getting hired to be a Division I head coach when I had never coached before, whether it was to walk on into a new industry and reinvent myself to be a multiple seven-figure earner in sales, the principles that lie in each of those scenarios are encompassed in something called You Sell You.
Your prospect can feel your body language, whether you think so or not. Horses do, animals do. And they are sniffing you out the other end of the line. Got it? When? In nanoseconds.
So what is the You Sell You principle? Well, they're the obvious answers, like people buy from people they like, they trust, but there's more to it than that. We've all experienced the used car salesman approach, and unfortunately I went through that process